everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to make my favorite Rice Krispie Treats recipe. So this is better than the box Rice Krispie Treats. They are better than the recipe you would find on the box of the Rice Krispies. They are better than the, pre-made Rice Krispie Treats that you get at the store. And so I'm going to show you just how to make those. They are super simple, super easy to make. So stay tuned for that. I'm also going to share with you my latest new vintage Tupperware find. This is a cake pan Tupperware, and I collect a lot of vintage things, so I'm going to share a little bit here with you on that as well at the end. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned to the very end. Let's go ahead and get started here on the Rice Krispie Treats.
Let's get started with our ingredients. We're going to need mini marshmallows, butter, vanilla, and Rice Krispies. You're also going to be needing a glass baking dish or something for you to put the Rice Krispies in. So let's go ahead and get started on the stove. We're going to put our butter straight into a pan here on the stove. And I'm using a larger saucepan because we're going to be mixing in our Rice Krispies as well in here. So we're going to melt the butter low and slow. This is where the flavor develops. So once you start smelling that kind of nutty flavor, your butter is melted enough and you can go ahead and move on to the next step, adding in the vanilla. So we're just going to go ahead and add the vanilla right into the butter and just kind of mix it here on the stove. And then we're going to move on to our next step, which is the marshmallows. So with the marshmallows, I am using the mini marshmallows. That is what I prefer to use, and it is much easier with that. But if you have the full-size marshmallows, you can do that as well. You would have to convert and make sure that you have the right measurements. Now you can find, again, the ingredients and all the measurements in my description. So one of the tricks for this is that I take out 1 cup of the mini marshmallows from the 16-ounce bag, and I hold on to those for later. You're going to see how that's going to play a part in making these so super good and better than the box recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and put in like a couple cups at a time, and I'm going to make sure that the butter has coated the entire marshmallow. And once I've done that, I'm going to add in more until all of the marshmallows have been added in. And you want to make sure that the butter is coating the marshmallow as you're doing this. This is going to make it fluffy, tasty, and rich in flavor. So just keep doing this until you've gotten all of your marshmallows into the saucepan here. Now I have my stove set on about medium to medium low, and that is just enough to do what we're going to do here, which is melting down our marshmallows and getting that beautiful marshmallow cream with the tasty butter and all of that in there as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep doing this until everything has kind of puffed up, and then I can mix. You want to keep your eye on your marshmallows and not just leave them here or they can burn. So in the past, I've done these Rice Krispie Treats. I can remember growing up in the microwave, and that's how I used to make them. But this recipe is so much better, y'all. Okay, so you can see now that the marshmallow consistency is more of like a cream, and the marshmallows are starting to like really melt. This is what you want to see here before you add in your Rice Krispies to the pan. Just keep mixing, don't let it burn or anything like that. I am still holding on to my 1 cup of marshmallows that I've set aside. That 1 cup of marshmallows is going to really elevate this recipe. If you like ooey gooey kind of Rice Krispie Treats with pockets of marshmallow, you're going to want to do this. If you like your Rice Krispies a little bit drier, then go ahead and omit this part and just leave out the last cup. So now I'm going to go ahead and add in my last cup. Basically, when they're mostly melted, when the rest of your marshmallows are mostly melted, go ahead and add in that last cup. And you can take it off the heat at this point. Those marshmallows that you've added in, they don't need to completely melt. They'll just kind of be those pockets of marshmallow throughout your Rice Krispies, which makes it so delicious. That's kind of what it looks like. It's still going to probably melt down just a little bit more on its own, but it is ready for us to go ahead and add in the Rice Krispie cereal. So I've measured out my Rice Krispie cereal here on the side, and I'm going to go ahead and start adding it in. Now I'm not going to add in everything at once. I'm going to add a little bit in and fold it. Make sure that it gets coated with the marshmallows. And then I'm going to add in and fold in more. So you don't want to mix really roughly or, pat it down or anything like that. You want fluffiness to this. So as you can see, I'm just folding it in here with my spoon. And once it's pretty much folded in, I'm going to add in the rest of the Rice Krispies until all of the Rice Krispies have been added in. And if you like to add in any kind of mix-ins, let me know down below what you would add in, what kind of mix-ins you would add into your Rice Krispies. I don't typically add anything into mine. Let me know again down below if there's something that you recommend. I really just like the original Rice Krispie treat flavor. So it is my daughter's birthday this week, and this is one of the birthday week treats that I'm making for her. I thought about adding in some little sprinkles, and that's something that you could do, but I really just enjoy, and I know she enjoys the original Rice Krispie treat. So I'm going to keep it like that for this time, but you can add in your mix-ins here as well when you're folding it in. You can also dash a little bit of salt in there for a little bit of extra flavor if you would like. I'm not going to do that, but you can if you would like that flavor. This is a good time to add that in as well. So as you can see, I'm just folding everything in, not smashing it or anything like that, because I don't want to lose the fluffiness and the texture that I've built up with the marshmallow and everything like that. So I'm almost done mixing everything in here. You're going to want to go ahead and have a glass baking dish ready. You don't have to spray or use anything on the bottom to keep it from sticking, because the butter in the Rice Krispie treats alone will keep it from not sticking. And so I'm just going to pour this into a glass baking dish as soon as I've gotten it all folded in. And then we're going to move on to the next step. So you can see the stretchy kind of marshmallow. That is the gooey, ooey kind of thing that you're going to get when you have your final Rice Krispie treat ready to eat. It's going to kind of keep that consistency. I like this recipe so much better than the box recipe that comes on the Rice Krispie box, or even buying them pre-made. It is so good, so gooey and homemade. So now we're going to move on to our glass baking dish. I'm going to go ahead and dump all of the Rice Krispie mixture straight into the pan. And I am using a 9 by 13 baking dish. You can use whatever you have. You can make them thicker or thinner. That kind of thing really doesn't matter at this point. So if you like to make big Rice Krispie treats or smaller ones or thicker ones, use the pan that you prefer. But I like the traditional 9 by 13 baking dish for this. And I do cut my Rice Krispies a little bit larger, but I will show you that here to come. Our next step is to kind of press down and even out our Rice Krispies. I am using the little butter paper that came wrapped around the butter. I find this is easy to use, but if you have parchment paper, go ahead and do that. You just kind of want to lightly press down and even out, not pressing really, really hard, or you're going to get those really hard packed down Rice Krispies. So I like mine nice and fluffy and crispy, so I just pat down lightly. So that is what I'm doing here, and then this is going to be ready to chill or cool down. You really want to let this rest for about an hour, and then you can cut into them. Okay, it's been an hour and it's ready to cut into, so I'm going to go ahead and get myself a good knife and something to pop them out of the pan with. So this is what I'm using, and I'm going to go ahead and cut my squares. So I'm going to kind of saw into it. That's what it feels like when you're cutting into these, and that is the texture that you want. So I like to cut my Rice Krispie treats pretty big. They have a gas station near us called Buc-ee's. This is one of the largest gas stations you will ever enter. It's pretty much of an experience on its own. And Buc-ee's gas station sells these really kind of big squares of Rice Krispie treats. And that's kind of what I model the size that I cut out of. So they are kind of the larger size. And I think that that is plenty for anyone that wants a little treat, maybe even a little more than enough. But that's how I like to cut mine. And then sometimes I'll even cut them a little bit, like I'll leave some big and then in the end I'll cut some down a little smaller. So this is about the size that I'm doing them. And you want something to help you pop them out. This is how it's coming out, and as you can see, I didn't butter the pan or anything like that. They come out pretty easily. You just need to have a little bit of a tool or something to help you lift them up because they are really stuck together. Not so much onto the pan, but together. Look at that big one. So sometimes like those really big ones like that, I'll cut them down a little bit smaller, especially for myself because I don't like to have like a whole lot of Rice Krispies. But if I am giving these away or, you know, doing like a bake sale or something like that, I keep them big like this and I wrap them in saran wrap. So I'm cutting myself a little piece off of that one and I'm going to give it a try here and just show you what it looks like. It is so good, y'all. Look at all the Rice Krispies here in my vintage Tupperware. They look so good, and I'm just going to keep them like this because we are eating them here at home. And I've taken a bite into my Rice Krispie, and it is delicious. The marshmallow is still gooey, and it's stretchy. It's crispy, and it's so good. So this is a little bit of my Tupperware collection. I have some cups, a couple pitchers. I even have like some older lusterware. And I'm also collecting the kind of amber glass. So I have some things there. But this is my newest addition. I love simple old vintage things and making recipes like today's. Thank you so much for tuning in.